Thanks so much for tuning into my channel. My name is Allison, and today I'm going to be talking about a very exciting topic, my favorite Halloween movies. It's about to be October, so what better time to go through your list of favorite Halloween movies, right? Right. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay guys, so my first movie, my most favorite movie of all Halloween movies there ever was, is Halloween H2O. I also love Halloween 1 and 2, like the original with Jamie Lee Curtis. I am not a giant fan of the Rob Zombie films. They're okay, but just not my favorite. But I love these three Halloween movies, and they're all like, I'm considering them all one movie because, you know, they're all Michael Myers, and he is terrifying. And I don't care what anybody says, as cheesy as he is, and as many times as he does not die in these movies. He is amazing, and he is scary as all get out. I cannot watch him at night. I cannot watch this alone, because I will see his white face in my nightmares, and I do not want to see that mess, because that is terrifying. So, this is my number one film for Halloween every year. It's not Halloween until you've watched a Halloween movie. So my number two favorite movie of the Halloween season is It. I actually do not own It like on DVD or Blu-ray. It's a really long movie, and I only love the original one. I saw the newer It in theaters, and it was just a huge, giant disappointment. I did not like the movie at all. I didn't like the clown. I didn't like his voice. I thought he was super cheesy and stupid sounding, and I apologize if any of you absolutely love that clown, but I just do not think he's scary at all. This one is super frightening. This movie was so genius. I loved the way that they did the adult scenes and then the children's scenes, and they went back and forth and showed them like skipping time almost, and I just love that movie. I think it's a perfect classic Stephen King film. So, oops, he's going dark. But this is my favorite It film, not the newer one, but it's my second favorite film of this season, and I will not lie, I do not watch this every Halloween season just because it's such a long movie. But when I do sit down to watch this, oh, I'm reminded of how amazing the story is. So thank you, Stephen King, you did an amazing job. My third favorite movie of this list is Stephen King's Pet Sematary. And I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but oh my goodness, it's such a good movie. It's so good. I can't explain it because I don't want to give anything away in case you've never seen it before, but it is a really good movie, and it is spooky. It's freaky, it's spooky, and it's such a good Halloween movie to watch. So if you've never seen Pet Sematary, please watch it for your own benefit. It's a great movie. My next favorite movie, and probably one of your top favorite movies, is Hocus Pocus. Funny story, guys. I've actually only seen this movie one time. That's right. Yes. Growing up, I was not allowed to watch witchcraft movies or movies with spells or anything like that in them. So I never watched this movie, mainly because I thought I wasn't allowed, you know. And throughout my years growing up, when I would tell somebody like, oh, I've never seen that movie, they would be like, Allison, why have you never seen this movie? You need to see it. But I never really had a desire to. Well, so many people last year were like, Allison, you have to go see this movie. You gotta go see this movie. I'm like, all right. So I was talking to my mom at work one day, because my family works together, and I'm like wanting to get her where she's coming at, you know, like where she's coming from when it comes to this movie. And I'm like, you know, everybody wants me to watch the movie Hocus Pocus. Have you ever heard of that movie? And she's like, oh yeah, that's a great movie. Like, you should definitely watch it. I was dumbfounded. I was like, all these years I thought you never wanted me to watch it, so I never did. And now I watched it, and I love it. My dad ended up buying this for me last Halloween season. I watched it, I love it, and I will not go a Halloween season without watching it again. So this is a new favorite for me, but I'm assuming it's gotta be on some of your lists, because I know that so many people wanted me to watch this movie for a reason. So Hocus Pocus is number 4. My number 5 video for this list is going to be Children of the Corn. The original, not the new one, or not the newer one out there. I don't care for that one at all, actually. I did not enjoy watching it at all. I actually turned it off halfway through the beginning of the movie. But the old one is fantastic. I mean, another simply genius movie from Stephen King. He just makes so many amazing films. I'm a huge Stephen King fan, if you haven't noticed, with my past, I think, 3 movies that I've listed already. But Children of the Corn is freaky. It's not even a scary movie, it's just super freaky. It is kind of spooky actually, but it's freaky, and if you've never seen Children of the Corn and you are figuring out whether you want to watch the old one or the new one, please do yourself a favor and watch the older one. It is so much better than the newer one, in my opinion. So, Children of the Corn, perfect. Insidious. This is actually Insidious 2. I love the first one. It's my absolute favorite, but for some reason I just realized this year I do not own it, so I must have been watching it digitally somewhere. So the first one must be digital, but the second one I have here. I love the first and second one. I'm pretty sure they have a third one that I love as well. But the Insidious movies are kind of weird because they're a newer movie, and usually the newer scary movies, they don't have good endings. They just have this weird twisted plot, and I just hate them. But I love them. I love these movies. They're really scary to me. The sounds, the images, they're all just super duper scary. So if you're looking for a good Halloween movie to pop in that's not super gory or anything like that, this is your movie. Super good. And like I said, the first one and the second one, and I believe the third one is also really good. So one of my all-time favorite Halloween movies, I guess it's not really a movie, it's like a film or whatever. It's not long enough, I guess, to be considered a movie or something like that, but it is The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I'm really sorry guys for the lights that are bouncing off, the ceiling. We have lights in our ceiling, so that's recessed lighting, so it's just bouncing off of this right now. But anyway, this just reminds me of growing up in my house. Every holiday, you name the holiday, there's a Charlie Brown for it. And we would sit around as a family and watch Charlie Brown. And so this is just super fun. And I gotta rock, that line. It's a funny, cute family. I would say this is a little family film. It's not even a kid show. It's a family film. It's one of those films that you just get together with your family and watch. And I know that we will carry on the tradition one day with our family as well. So really fun, cool movie, that little tiny film or whatever you want to call it. That definitely made my list of favorites for sure. My number 8 favorite movie on this list goes to Freddy Krueger's Wes Craven's New Nightmare. And I must say a disclaimer before I say the rest of this. This is the only Freddy Krueger movie that I like, because I think that the rest of them are super cheesy. And when I say cheesy, I mean so incredibly cheesy, that I sit and I can laugh through one, and that should not happen during a horror movie. So this is sorry, it keeps going dark. It's freaking me out because 1 minute it's there and 1 minute it's not. But I don't own this one, obviously. I watch these. Anytime I show you a movie on here, I watch it digitally. So it's the age of digital movies, but this movie's scary. This movie's actually scary, and when I watch it, I really get scared. So, and I just think it's really cool. I love the little boy Dylan in the movie. He's a good actor, and the way that Nancy has transitioned from a teenager to a mom, and how she deals with her son dealing with the same things she dealt with and that she still deals with. So that's really cool. Love this film, and it's a really great movie. Super good. Okay, so my number 9 movie is The Exorcist. This movie is absolutely terrifying in every single way, and I don't care how cheesy it is super scary, and I can see this girl's face, and I can hear her voice for a week after I watch this movie every time. So this will go down in the history of all scary movies, probably, honestly, 100% honest, the scariest movie Like, I absolutely need it to be daytime when I watch this, and I need like a full house of people, like maybe at least 8 people watching with me. It's just super scary to me. So it's definitely gonna make the top, at least the top 10, because it's terrifying in every single way. Number 10, The Conjuring. This is a great movie. When this came out in theater, I think I went with my family and saw this like 3 or 4 times in theater. Like, I paid to see this movie almost 4 times, I think. And then I got the movie so I could watch it more. And I think I've watched it every year since it's been out since 2013. So, and probably multiple times in the year. But this is like the perfect Halloween movie. It's another like sort of possession movie. There's an exorcism in here, and so if you don't like those kinds of movies, you definitely won't like this one. But I just find this movie fantastic. So it is a newer one, but it's got an amazing ending. And like I said earlier in this video, a lot of newer movies do not have good endings, and that's why I don't like them as much. But this one has a good middle, it's got a good plot, it's got a good ending, and yeah, it's my absolute favorite of the Conjuring type movies. So, sorry. I'm not a big, huge fan of Annabelle. I'm not a big, huge fan of the Conjuring's sequel and prequel or whatever they have out, but this movie is great. So if you don't have it, you can get it for cheap somewhere. Just find it maybe on Amazon. Okay, so apart from like the ultra scary movie I just talked about, this movie is great. This is Monster House, and I love this movie because I never knew it existed till I got married, and my husband actually grew up watching this movie, and he tried to make me watch it one year, the first year we were married, and I was like, Adam, I don't want to watch this movie. It looks very childish and very stupid. But he was like, you know what, just watch it once, and then if you hate it, then we don't have to watch it again. I was like, okay. So we watched it once, and of course, I loved it. It's the perfect family movie. It's super wholesome, funny, and just an all-around good movie. And we watch it every year, so it wouldn't be Halloween without Monster House. Okay, I already know that some of you are about to laugh at this next one on my list, not because of the movie title, but because of the movie form. But just try to hold it in, hold your laughter in, okay? Just do it for me. I love the movie Poltergeist, and yes, this is a VHS. I, side note, went to a yard sale a couple years back and got I bought a VHS player from somebody, and I watch VHS tapes all the time, so I have Poltergeist on VHS, and it's such a good movie. The original's good. I loved even the newer one is good. But Poltergeist is a great movie, and my family has taken on some of the lines in this movie, like they're here and this house is clear. But so it's a good movie, but it's freaky. So I would suggest watching this if you're not into like the super duper scary movies, but you do want to kind of see one that creeps you out. This one will do it. You'll probably find it on DVD, but I watch it on VHS. Yes, I do. The next to last movie on my list is The Nightmare Before Christmas. This did not come on my list until about, I want to say, 4 years ago. I really detested this movie for some reason for so many years of my life, and then one day I just watched it and I loved it. I don't know what happened, but I really love this movie, and I think it's hilarious, and I love the characters in it, and this is another great family movie. And the music, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Music you can listen to year-round, pretty much. So this movie is fantastic. One of Tim Burton's probably greatest films that he's ever made. So if you've not seen this movie, I'm going to encourage you to watch it. So because if I could do it, then you surely can. Alright, y'all. Last but not least, we have one of the scariest movies on my list. Amityville Horror 2, The Possession. This movie is scare the pants off me. Oh my gosh, it's sort of realistic because, you know, obviously, you know, possessions can happen, but this movie is so freaking scary to me. And his face, his face really freaks me out. And another one of these movies that I just cannot watch at night, and I definitely cannot watch ever alone. But it's a great movie. The way it was made, even though it's kind of cheesy, it's great. It's a really good movie. If I was going to watch Amityville Horror 1 or Amityville Horror 2, I would definitely pick the second one by far. I know my husband and I went out one day and we bought Amityville Horror, the first one, and I thought it was the second one. And we watched it and I was like, man, this is not nearly as scary as the one I watched. And I realized that it was this one that I had watched before, and we watched it several weeks later when we bought this one, and it's just as scary as I always remembered it being. So if you're looking for one that will absolutely scare the pants off of you, this is it. Super duper scary. I don't even think my sister can watch this movie without like a pillow over her face. So this is a great movie. Alright guys, that's it. All 14 movies. I'm so sorry that list was so long, but I couldn't make it any shorter because there was just way too many favorite movies on that list. So thank you so much for bearing with me. I'm super duper interested to see if your list matches up with mine, if it completely differs in some areas or the whole list. Let me know in the comments below. Also, give me more movie suggestions. I'm always up for new Halloween movies or any type of movies, but definitely for this one, let's just keep it Halloween. Make sure to give me a big thumbs up if you loved this video, and if you would please hit the subscribe button below, and you can actually hit that little bell figure, and that will give you notifications for my next video. I'm going to be doing tons more Halloween related videos. I'm also going to be doing lifestyle videos because that's what my channel is, so stay tuned for more updates. Thanks guys, bye.